My name is Sarah Walker, and if you knew me, you'd say my life was unremarkable. Art curator, quiet apartment, second marriage, 10 years, then gone. I thought I knew everyone close, myself included. Then I got stuck outside of Woodstock with Mark, my late husband's kid from before. We never clicked. He was distant, and I let it be. When he asked for help with some land stuff after Richard died, I didn't think twice. Just a few hours up the thruway, nothing new, wrong. Trouble started near exit 19, a weird thump from the engine, the car bucking, then silence. No bars, no diners, just us, and empty road. We found a rundown motel down a side road, the Elmwood Lodge, seen better days but still kicking. Figured one night, small hiccup. Hours bled into days, the weight got to us, the motel's silence felt strange. Then Arthur showed up, an older guy, too friendly, always butting in. He hinted he knew Mark, said things, dark things, about my stepson. I almost didn't believe it, but maybe the person closest was a stranger. Looking back, maybe we were doomed the second we turned into that quiet lot at that dead motel. I started questioning everything, my choices, my past, especially the young man I thought I knew. Silence felt different now. The open road used to be calm, but next to Mark in the still car, it was just weird. He was quiet, polite words only, staring out the window, lost. Mark was always hard to read. When I married Richard, Mark was early 20s, a brooder, barely at dinners. Visits were rare, I felt like I was in their space. Richard and I, easy joy, Mark, another world. Maybe that's why I said yes to this land thing. Connect, maybe. Richard wanted me to look out for Mark, he'd said, voice weak, last days. Easy to say, looking after someone who pushed everyone away, like catching smoke. So there we were, driving north, city fading behind. Hours of quiet, just the radio Mark changed now and then. Silence never bothered me. Then the car started shuddering, faint at first, then a low grind. Mark looked over, eyebrows up. Hear that? Of course I heard it. Engine's rough. Pulled over, hoping small fix, but when Mark opened the hood, his face said bad news. The engine sounded awful, hot smell, gone wrong. Tow, he muttered, phone out, shaking his head. No signal. I looked down the empty highway, nothing but road and trees. Let's walk, I said, trying to sound sure. 30 minutes later, small sign, dirt road, Elmwood Lodge 3 miles, better than nothing. The Elmwood Lodge sign was faded, single story, once maybe charming, now just worn, paint peeling, windows dusty. We went inside, bell dinged, empty lobby, guy behind desk looked up, face vaguely familiar, couldn't place it. Tight smile. Need a room? Voice rough, like he hadn't talked in days. Yes, please, I said. Car trouble. He nodded. Keys behind counter. Quiet these days. Room choice. Keys in hand, gaze on Mark, longer than felt right. Good to see you back, he mumbled. I looked at Mark, puzzled, but he shrugged. Eyes away. Keys, room. Silence stretched thin between us. Room was basic, bed, dresser, old TV looked dead. Tried to relax, but couldn't shake strange feelings since we got there. Room too still, like waiting. That night, awake, faint voices through thin walls, whispers in the dark. Tried to think wind, old building noises, but then Mark's voice, low, urgent, outside the room. Curiosity got me. Out of bed, tiptoed to door, ear to it. Mark's voice mixed with another, deeper. Words muffled, caught bits. Can't keep this up. She doesn't know. Second voice, vague back, then quiet. Heart pounded, waited for footsteps. Back to bed, faked sleep as Mark came in. Paused, could feel his eyes on me heavy thinking, then he lay down side of bed. Next morning, Mark quiet again, usual distant but with tension. Thought about asking about the voices, but didn't. Maybe didn't want to know. Maybe in all these years, never knew him. Breakfast in lobby, same guy from night before, came over. Arthur, he said. Sat down, didn't ask. Staying long? Eyeing Mark, smirk. Waiting for car, I said. Polite, cold. Arthur chuckled, glanced at Mark. Funny how fate works, huh? Brings people back. Chill. You two know each other? Couldn't hide it. Mark's face tightened, jaw hard. Met. Short, no more. Arthur shrugged, unfazed. Small world, leaning back. Or maybe things are meant to be. Didn't get it. Arthur left, strange silence after. Looked at Mark, hoping for something, but nothing. Tight-lipped, eyes on coffee, like it held answers. That evening, another night at the inn, walk time. Quiet around, night air sharp, stars cold. Unease I couldn't shake, wrong feeling, even if I didn't know why. Walked back near lobby, Arthur leaning on desk, eyes on me when I came in. Careful, Mrs. Walker. Voice low, dark. Not everyone is who they seem. Blinked, taken back. What's that mean? Shrug, smile, not friendly. Friendly warning. Back to room, mind racing. Wanted to ask Mark, demand answers, but something stopped me. Gut feeling, not ready for whatever it was. In bed, ceiling, unspoken words heavy in the room. Mark hiding things, clear. Question was why, and what happens when I found out. Next morning, Mark gone when I woke. Bed made, bag gone. Checked watch, not even 7. Window, no sign, just motel sign. Faded neon blinking. Dressed fast, mix of mad and worried. Maybe car check, but voice in head, doubt. He hadn't said anything. Found Arthur in dining area, coffee, slow pour, all the time in the world. Looked up when I came in, eyes same unsettling warmth from last night. Morning, Mrs. Walker. Voice too familiar. Seen Mark? Tried to sound casual. Oh, up early, Arthur said, coffee sip. Said business in town. Business? Confused. What business? Shrug, eyes knowing. Ask him, but wouldn't be surprised if it's why he came back. Implication stopped me. Back? He's been here before? Arthur smiled, thin, unsettling. Yes, though I guess he didn't say. Heartbeat up. No, he didn't mention it. Well, some things better unsaid, I guess, Arthur mumbled, gaze window. But family secrets, always surface. Words hung, heavy, bad feeling. About to ask more, Mark walked in, cool morning air with him. Eyes darted between Arthur and me, flash of something like alarm. Morning, he muttered, pointed look at Arthur. Up early, Arthur. Arthur raised cup, mock toast. Just keeping your stepmother company. Mark's jaw tightened. She's fine on her own. Turned to me, no more words. Car check, like it explained everything. Part wait, another day at least. Something in his voice. Don't push. Nodded, swallowed questions. Tension between him and Arthur couldn't miss it. Way Mark avoided looking at him, irritation in his voice. Later, walk into town, maybe air clear my head. Town quiet, ghostly. Few stores on Main Street. Cafe, coffee, window seat, watch slow world. Woman sat down next table. 60s, sharp eyes, curious. New in town, friendly, cautious, nodded. Passing through, car trouble, stepson and I. Eyes flicked window, motel sign down road. Elmwood Lodge, I see. Yes. Slight unease in her voice. Know the place? Everyone knows Elmwood, slight smile. Been here forever. And Arthur, well, he's part of the scenery. Paused, studying me. Stepson, you said? Yes. Mark, I said. Family business. Mention of Mark, expression changed, subtle, nodded, gaze coffee. Must be nice, family to lean on. Didn't know how to answer, sipped coffee, looked out window. But her words stayed with me. Something in her voice, knowing something she wasn't saying. Back to inn, Mark pacing in room, frustration and worry. Looked up when I came in, eyes narrowed. Where were you? Sharper than expected. Walked to town, taken back. Why? Shook head, hand through hair. No reason, just didn't see you when I got back. You okay? Concerned. You've been on edge since we got here. Hesitated, glance window. Just don't like being here, that's all. Before I could ask, knock on door. Arthur. Face unreadable. Sorry to interrupt. Polite, insistent. Mechanic called, car ready tomorrow afternoon. Relief, but Mark's face still tense. Arthur lingered in doorway, eyes on Mark, made me uneasy. Well, he said finally, leave you to it, just wanted to update. After he left, Mark let out long breath, held it in. Mark, I said quiet. Something going on between you and Arthur? Looked at me, jaw set. Complicated. I'd like to understand. Careful words. You've been strange since we got here, and Arthur seems to know you better than I do. Moment. Looked like he might tell me. Eyes softer, then shook head, like dismissing thought. Just let it go, Sarah. Final tone. Not something you need to worry about. Wanted to argue, demand, but something in his voice stopped me. Not now, not yet. That night, awake, last few days swirling in my head. Arthur's knowing looks, town people knowing Mark, puzzle pieces not fitting. Midnight, heard Mark get out of bed. Watched him slip on shoes, leave room, door close soft. Curiosity couldn't stop it. Moments wait, followed him, kept distance. Hallway, dim, side door, watched him walk toward edge property, Arthur waiting. Low voices, faces lit by streetlight. Closer, strained to hear. Mistake, Arthur saying, cold, angry. Won't end how you think, Mark's voice tense. No choice. Everyone has a choice, Mark, Arthur, disdain. Don't act martyr. We both know what you're really after. Mark clenched fists, whisper. Stay out of it, Arthur, between me and her. Froze, chill down spine. Who? Her? Before I could think, Arthur looked up, gaze through dark, right at me, lips twisted smile. Well, well, mock amusement. Company. Mark turned, shock and anger. Sarah, what are you doing here? Stumbled back, face hot. Couldn't sleep, heard voices. Arthur chuckled. Low, dark sound, echoed in night. Curiosity, a dangerous thing, Mrs. Walker. Heard that saying? Mark's face softened a little, frustration still there. Let's go inside. Arm out, for me, led me back to room. Dread settling, so much I didn't get. Peace is missing. Mark's silence made it worse. Back in room, door closed quiet, face drawn, tight. Didn't want you to find out this way, muttered, mostly to self. Find out what? Whisper. Looked at me, guilt and sadness. Not something I can explain. Not here, not now. Wanted to push, demand answers, but knew he wouldn't. Couldn't tell me truth yet. In bed that night, couldn't shake feeling, caught in something bigger, darker than I knew. After that night, something different between Mark and me. Withdrawn, gaze far away, new tension in his voice, guarding himself. Even walk changed, shoulders tight, wary, like every step closer to something he feared. Few hours till car may be ready. Leaving Elmwood Lodge felt like escape. Clung to hope, but escape feeling short-lived. Lobby, waiting for mechanic, Arthur walked over, eyes gleaming, familiar mockery. Planning to head out so soon? Smile under words. Yes, Mark said, sharp edge. We're done here. Arthur chuckled. Think leaving changes anything? Some things follow you, no matter how far. Mark stiffened, fists clenched, flash of fear. Wanted to say something, stop it, but held back. Felt more to this than I knew, instinct said silent. Listen. Only matter of time, Mark. Arthur, soft, menace. Can't hide forever. Mark looked like he'd reply, turned away, muttered under breath. Motioned me outside, away from Arthur, shaky breath, anger tight face. What was that about? Couldn't hold it back. Hesitated, looked away, jaw hard. Nothing. Old grudge, won't let it go. Old grudge, echoed, weight of words. Mark, you can't shut me out. Acting like something terrible hanging over you. Arthur talks like he knows you, ways I don't. Mark sighed, shoulders sagged. Complicated, Sarah. Things I did, not proud of. Came here to put it behind me, but Arthur won't let it go. Wanted to push, demand truth, but pain in his eyes stopped me. Something deep, buried, guilt, regret. What happens now? Soft. Looked away, voice low. Don't know. Just know, long as we're here, Arthur won't let me forget. That evening, dining area, water, inn empty, few guests, but Arthur was there, eyes on me when I came in. Slow, deliberate stride, felt almost predatory. Mrs. Walker, smooth voice. Hope Mark hasn't been too much trouble. Narrowed eyes, wouldn't play his game. Whatever's between you two, not my business. Ah, but that's where you're wrong. Smile wider. You're more involved than you think. Words chilled me. Turn and leave, but rooted, like his gaze held me. Think you know him, Arthur continued, low, mocking. But Mark has secrets. Things he'll never tell you. Things that would make you question everything. Jaw tight, wouldn't let him in. Don't need your warnings, Arthur. Whatever issues with Mark, leave me out. Arthur laughed, cold, humorless. Believe me, Mrs. Walker, only looking out for you. Reason he doesn't want you to know truth. Walked away, words echoing, but back in room, couldn't shake it. Arthur right? Mark's strangeness, secrets, pointed to something. Hiding something, didn't want me to see. That night, awake again, unasked questions pressing down. Room walls closing in, shadows stretching, shifting. Trapped, not just place, but mystery. Felt like it'd swallow me whole. Next morning, note under door, scrawled, hurried. Woods behind inn, 10 a.m. No name, but knew who. Out of bed quiet, didn't want to wake Mark. Dressed fast, heart pounding, back property. Woods dark, looming, branches twisted like bones. Arthur waiting, face unreadable. Brave, coming alone, sarcasm. Just tell me what you want. Wouldn't let him win. Studied me moment, gaze sharp. Want you to understand, man, you're defending. Mark isn't who you think. Then tell me, challenged, arms crossed. Tell me what he's done. Hesitated, like thinking it through. Mark involved in something dark, something hurt people, thinks he can run from it, but he's wrong. Matter of time, catches up. What are you accusing him of? Anger rising. Arthur's smile cold. Ask him yourself. But don't be surprised if he lies. That's what he does best. Turned, walked away, left me in clearing, words hanging in air like curse. Back in room, Mark awake, eyes mix of relief and suspicion. Where were you? Voice tight. Walk, I said. Steady voice. Needed air. Studied me, gaze searching. Sarah, know things haven't been easy. Know I've been keeping things from you, but need you to trust me. Whatever Arthur says, he's trying to turn you against me. Words sounded real, but Arthur's warnings echoed. Wanted to believe Mark, trust truth, but shadows in his eyes. Different story. Story he wasn't ready to tell. Just want to understand, whisper. Want to help you, Mark, but can't if you keep shutting me out. Looked down, hands clenched. Maybe when we get back. Maybe then I can tell you everything. Not answer I wanted, only one he'd give. Leaving Elmwood Lodge, feeling truth, whatever it was, would haunt us long after. Left Elmwood Lodge next morning, tense, quiet. Loaded bags, Mark barely looked at me, face tight with thoughts. Couldn't shake feeling something changed forever, leaving with more questions than answers. Arthur's words, passenger seat, clear in my head. Wanted me to doubt Mark, see him through his warped eyes, but I couldn't ignore hints, dark accusations, chill in my heart. Pulled onto highway, glanced at Mark, looking for something, but lost in his own world. Hands tight on wheel, knuckles white. Drive long, silence heavy, storm coming. Wanted to ask, say things, but mouth stayed shut. Crossing line, no going back, finally. Couldn't anymore. Mark, whisper. Back there, Arthur. Said things. Passed. Said you were hiding something. Hurt people. No answer. Eyes on road. Said it was true. Voice trembling. Moment. Thought no answer. Then long breath. Hands loosened wheel. Arthur, he started. Voice thick. Anger and regret. Never lets anything go, not after all these years. Waited, heart pounding. There was someone, admitted low voice. Woman. Before you and Richard. Complicated. Arthur involved too. Messy. Thought we both loved her. Obsession maybe. Played us. Things spiraled. One night crashed down. We fought, Arthur and I. After that, she was gone. Gone? Shaky voice. What do you mean gone? What do you mean? Mark's face paled. Flicker of fear. Disappeared, Sarah. No one knows what. Arthur blames me, says I drove her away. But swear, nothing to do with it. Weight of words, heavy, suffocating. Woman vanished. Mark in middle of it. Wanted to believe him, trust truth, but doubt lingered, shadow in my mind. Days passed. Tried to forget Elmwood, but Arthur's words, Mark's confession, itch I couldn't scratch. Started noticing things, small changes, Mark's smile not reaching eyes, laughter hollow. Evening, sorting Richard's things, box labeled Mark, photos, letters, old stuff. Picture of him, woman, face shadowed, but her hand on his shoulder, fingers laced with his. Heart clenched, stared at photo. Her? The woman? Arthur? Between them? What really happened? Couldn't stop looking through box, clue, answer, but just pieces of life I didn't know. Puzzle I couldn't put together. Night, confronted Mark again, couldn't stay quiet. Mark, voice tight. Found photo today. Woman. Is that her? Looked up, face guilt and regret. Yes, hollow voice. That's her. Anger, betrayal. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't Richard? Shook head, eyes floor. Ashamed, Sarah. Thought I could bury it, move on. But Arthur, always there, reminding me what happened, what he thinks I did. What did happen, Mark? Pressed, silence heavy, hesitated, face pale, drawn. Don't know. One night, just left. No goodbye, no reason. Arthur blames me, says I pushed her away, but swear, didn't do anything to her. Just Vanished. Words hung, heavy, unresolved. Wanted to believe him, trust truth, but doubt lingered, shadow in corner of mind. Days turned weeks, life slowly back to normal, kind of. But Elmwood Lodge memory, Arthur's words, Mark's confession, wouldn't fade. Watched Mark, searching for signs, confirm or deny doubts, but he stayed distant, locked away. Evening, dinner, doorbell rang. Open door, heart froze. Arthur. Porch, grim smile, like waiting for this. "Hello, Mrs. Walker," smooth, mocking voice. Thought time for a chat. Anger, fear, mixed. "What are you doing here?" "See, Mark," Gay's living room. "Some things we need to discuss." Before I could answer, Mark appeared, doorway, face pale, drawn, stared at Arthur, jaw clenched, fists tight. "Get out," growled Whisper. Arthur chuckled, stepped inside, ignoring Mark. "Now, is that any way to treat old friend?" Mark moved forward, rage in eyes. "Told you, Arthur. Want nothing to do with you." Arthur smirked. Gaze shifted to me. "Does she know, Mark? Does she know what really happened?" Mark's face twisted, lunged at Arthur, fists swinging, grappled, bodies blurred fury, resentment, tried to pull them apart, locked battle, couldn't stop, years of betrayal, bitterness. Finally broke apart, panting, faces red, anger. "Can't run from this, Mark," Arthur spat, venom. "Maybe convinced yourself innocent, but I know truth, and so does she." Turned to me, eyes cold, calculating. "Ask him, Mrs. Walker. Ask him about that night. See if he'll tell you what really happened." Stormed out, house silent, heavy as a tomb. Turned to Mark, heart pounding, mind racing. "Mark," Whisper, trembling voice. What did he mean? What happened that night? Looked away, face pale, haunted. I can't talk about it." Frustration, despair. Why? Why won't you tell me truth? "Because," voice barely whisper. "Because I don't even know truth myself." Days after, blur of silence, suspicion. Mark retreated further, face drawn, haunted, wrestling darkness he couldn't escape. Tried to reach out, comfort, pushed me away, gaze cold, distant. Then, one night, gone. Woke, Mark's side bed empty, house too quiet. Searched every room, corner, no sign. Vanished, just scent of his cologne. Desperate. Called Arthur, maybe answers, voicemail, mocking echo in silence. Days searched for Mark, town, asked everyone, nothing. Every lead, dead end. Like shadows swallowed him, left alone, questions, regrets. Months passed, life moved on, but Mark's memory haunted, ghost. Couldn't shake feeling he was out there, hiding, past he couldn't escape. Tried to move on, let go. Memories, questions lingered, gnawing, festering wound. Sometimes, late night, sound, soft knock, whisper in dark. Wondered if it was him, if he'd come back to finish what started. But silence always came, leaving me alone, haunting echo story no end.